Number 1.
Launching in 2016, Stardew Valley has blossomed into one of gaming's most enduring farming sims. The indie game comes packed with so much content and freedom that two people could wind up having completely different experiences. Whether planning out a year's worth of farming or sparking a romance with one of the NPCs, Stardew Valley is incredibly immersive. Offering endearing visuals, expansive customization options, and a lot to discover, this game will keep somebody playing for months on end. For those looking for a title that doesn't prioritize combat, but is still quite challenging in places, Stardew Valley is a stellar pick.
Number 2.
The places you go, the deeds you do, the tales whose hero you become. Every road is yours to take.
Both Octopath Traveler entries are available on Xbox Game Pass, and together they can easily keep someone engaged for more than 100 hours. While the first game is well worth a playthrough, the sequel offers more of the same, just slightly improved in a couple of areas. Their stories, characters, and worlds are not related either, so newcomers can jump into the second game if they would rather skip its predecessor. So what is Octopath Traveler? Well, these projects are essentially throwbacks to classic JRPGs from the 1990s, sort of similar to the Bravely Default games. However, they take a page from Live Alive's playbook by focusing on character-specific storylines that are fairly standalone. That said, the playable characters are united through a central quest, and they do come across more like a genuine party than their counterparts in the first Octopath Traveler. The turn-based combat is traditional but well executed.
Number 3.
Hello everyone out there in the Wasteland. On today's show I want to talk to you about our world. The world you see now is a very scary place.
All 3 Wasteland games are available on Xbox Game Pass, and each one improves on the last. Wasteland 3 is a challenging strategy turn-based RPG reminiscent of classic Fallout titles, and it comes with a dark sense of humor and a desire to constantly challenge players with difficult decisions. A deep and flexible combat system should keep the game feeling fresh throughout its considerable length, while Wasteland 3's story and world building are second to none. Co-op is also possible for those who want to travel through Colorado with a friend.
The 3 children of our patriarch are even more ruthless than he is. We live in a society built on violence.
Number 4.
Hero. You. Unless someone better comes along.
Released in 2008, Fable returns players to the wonderful world of Albion. All 3 games in the series have their positives and negatives, but Fable 2 is the most complete and satisfying experience in the trilogy. Players roam an enchanting realm as they set out to carve their own paths and highlight their unique quirks. Albion reacts to the player's actions, developing to match the choices made throughout the adventure. Fable that takes place in a living, breathing world that empowers users, but also doesn't forget the deeds or misdeeds they perform. Although not amazing, the real-time combat system is serviceable and offers enough variety to remain engaging throughout the campaign.
Number 5.
Obsidian Entertainment is firmly established as a leading developer in the RPG sphere, and Pillars of Eternity might be the company's crowning achievement. Both entries in the series rank among the best role-playing games on Xbox Game Pass, But Deadfire gets the nod since it saw the franchise grow out of its Baldur's Gate roots into something more singular. A pirate-themed adventure, this isometric RPG gives players a ship and a crew to sail the ocean, allowing them to visit a multitude of islands and take part in naval battles throughout their journey. The story is solid, but Deadfire shines the brightest in its combat, customization, and sense of discovery.
Number 6.
Bannerlord is ambitious. Tal World's project blends action, RPG elements with strategy mechanics, crafting an experience that is quite unlike anything else on the market. Players start from nothing as they steadily build their mercenary group, eventually seeking to take over land and spread their influence. Mount and Blade can be overwhelming, particularly for people who did not play the previous games or are not that familiar with sandbox strategy games. However, it might be able to fill a void that no other title on Game Pass can reach.
Number 7.
Level 5's JRPG features reasonably different combat and also completely removes the Pokemon-like monster taming system. Consequently, people who did not like Wrath of the White Witch might still enjoy its sequel, particularly if they appreciate hack-and-slash action similar to something like the Tales franchise.
Good for you.
Even though it struggles to match the whimsy and heart of its more decorated older sibling, Revenant Kingdom still succeeds in telling a gripping story filled with memorable characters. Visually, the game looks gorgeous, and Level 5 did an impressive job of replicating Studio Ghibli's aesthetic for the cutscenes. As Revenant Kingdom has very few direct ties to its predecessor, newcomers can jump straight into the sequel without feeling like they are missing out. It is arguably more satisfying to play than Wrath of the White Witch, although both rank among the best JRPGs on Xbox Game Pass.
They're not here to protect you.
For mouse kind to assume its rightful place at last.
I'm going to keep my promise to Nella. I'm going to build a kingdom where everyone can live happily ever after.
You are, huh? Good for you. I'm staying here, in this world, with you, Evan.